Richie, here we are. It's been a whirlwind ride for yourself, the new seniors #1. What was that moment like when it was announced?
Oh, yeah, it was fantastic, Phil. I woke up in the morning, looked on my phone, and World Seniors put a new World #1 poster, and yeah, it's quite a surprise, really, because I didn't realise when any money had come off of Roberts. I knew I was up near the top, so yeah, it was a great thing to wake up to.
I want to take you all the way back, those first tour events in November 2021, and did you ever think this was possible?
Not really, no. I mean, my darts had sort of gone on a bit of a wane, really, up till then, and I wasn't really enjoying it that much, and probably everyone knows the story. Lynn, my wife, bought me a ticket for my birthday to enter the qualifier because it was at the Circus Tavern, which is only 5 minutes down the road. So I said, OK, yeah, I'll go in for it. And I won it on the first day and got through, and it sort of spiralled from there, really.
When you look back now, rocking up in that pink shirt, and doing what you've done, the smile says it all. Come a long way.
It's been a fantastic ride, Phil. Yeah, as I say, especially at my age, I'm 59 this year. I never ever thought I'd be doing anything like this now, and it's just great that the seniors has come along and revitalised, not just for me, for loads of players as well. It's been really good. That
first time walking in to the tavern to play, I know you run into Martin Adams that couldn't miss, but what was that experience like walking through the door for the first time?
Oh yeah, it was amazing, really, because as I say, it's just down the road from me, so it's sort of a dream you always wanted to play there. And my first game was against Darryl Fitton, and I can honestly say I've never experienced a noise and atmosphere like that before. It was just unbelievable.
Then we move on, you start getting to TV finals, and you're adamant, I will win one of these, but when you lose a few in a row, is there scarring when you go up and you're thinking, oh, here we go again? Yeah,
there probably is, but it's for everybody, but you've just got to really believe in what you can do yourself, and the thing being as well, it's OK people saying to you, oh yeah, you'll win the next one, you'll get in the next one, but you're not going to keep getting into finals. I've been lucky to get in as many as I have, to be honest with you. I've played well, but there's a hell of a lot of good players on that tour, and you've got to start taking chances, otherwise it can just all fade away, and you end up doing like Terry Jenkins did and not winning a final.
When you lose to Leonard Gates, are you thinking that you may not get another crack at it, the opportunity may not come around again then? Yeah,
I mean, obviously, not just against Leonard, whoever it had been against, you do feel like that. You play well, you get to the final. But as I say, there's so many good players, you can't expect to get to... I'm not better than everybody else that I'm going to get to the final every time. It's just trying to play well on that day and doing the best you can, really. And I've been lucky to have played well on the TV tournaments on that stage.
Since the seniors have started, you've been labelled the poster boy for the tour because of where you've come from. Obviously, the more established players got invites to these tournaments, but you've done it the hard way, where you've gone to the floor events and you've qualified for these. And have you shown everyone that there is a pathway to get to these TV tournaments?
Yeah, 100%. And I know that by the fact of the guys that I started the tour with, they're all genuinely happy to see you do well, because they know you've done the hard work, you've done the footwork to get there, and it's nice to get invited, and I still do get invited, but it's something special about getting through those qualifiers. It's so tough, and you feel like you've earned your place there, to be honest.
The standard of the floor events has risen dramatically as well since that first one. Can you see the improvement week on week when you turn up to these?
Yeah, 100%. You've got guys like Jim Long come over from Canada. You've got Hendo's coming to it now. We've got Steve Beaton next year, and there's guys like Derek Coulson who are hitting 107, 108 averages, and it's not your Premier League 100 averages all the time, but the last weekend we did, there was quite a lot of 100+ averages, lots of high 90s, which at that standard, it's really good darts, and it's very hard to win in that competition.
I want to take you back to Blackpool. You get to the final, Andy Hamilton's in front of you. Moments before your walk-on, what's going through the Richie Howson mind at that point?
Just really try and play your own game. I've known Andy for a long time, and I know how vocal and Andy gets up on the stage, and you've got to just ignore what he's doing, ignore his shout, and just get on with your own game. And he's one of the nicest guys you meet, Andy. So it's all to G himself up, and I think, to be honest with you, I mean, he'd probably disagree with me. He sort of wavered a bit at the end of the night, and I think it might be because you used up a lot of energy. He's getting on now, and keep yourself calm, keep your energy in, and for the longer format, really.
In previous finals, you've started slow. You admitted that yourself, and given yourself too much to do. Almost got there on a couple of them, but those starts cost you.
They do, yeah.
This one, you're the one that's pressing the pace. Is it a different mindset at that point?
Yeah, I mean, Andy did go. I think Andy did go. Did he go 3-0 up?
3-0 up, then you came back, and then you went in front and the finishing
and then
inside.
then once you do get in front, you've got to really keep focused and try and keep that 1 or 2 legs between you if it goes close, because as we see, Leonard got a few in front of me, and it's very, very hard to pull that amount of legs back when you're playing against that sort of standard. So yeah, you've got to just keep him focused and believe in what you can do. It's a long format. It's going to go swings and roundabouts. You're going to have some bad darts, but you're also going to have some good darts, hopefully, and you've got to rely on those to get you through. When
you step up, darts in hand, to win it, is there nerves?
Oh, I don't think you'd be human if there wasn't nerves. You've just got to try and keep calm, as I say, and hope that it's going to go in. You're trying your hardest, but it is a lot of pressure, especially when you've not won one up there before. And I don't care who you are. When you're up there and you go for that double, you're thinking about being the champion and winning it, and then that puts so much more pressure on you. But luckily, it went in.
When it does go in, what's the first thing you think of?
Phil, I can't even remember, to be honest with you. Just relief, I think, is probably the biggest thing, that you finally got over the line, and it's a bit of a monkey off your back, and hopefully it's less pressure when you're going into the others, and you just can relax and play a bit better in the others then. So, yeah.
When it goes in, you look around the friends and family area, they're all going mad.
Yeah.
Is the temptation just to run down and go and join in?
I've never been one for going mad like that, but Blackpool was a great place to win one, because the atmosphere there, I mean, the atmosphere at the tavern for myself, because I'm local, is great, but Blackpool is a different kettle of fish. The whole crowd, it's just a great venue, and it was really nice to win it there, to be honest with you. It was really good, yeah.
The smile on your face says it all, but would you swap that one for winning at the tavern?
100%, yeah. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm so pleased I won the Champions, and no one can take it away from you, but if someone could have said to me, World Champion or Champions, I think it's a no-brainer. To win at the tavern with everybody there, local boy, that'd mean the world, and I'll be trying my heart out this in February.
Going back in 2025, potentially as the world number 1, which we'll come on to in a minute, but having won a TV title, is there now a different kind of pressure for Richie Howson to go to the tavern and perform?
I don't know if there is, actually, Phil, because I always feel a bit of pressure there, because the amount of people that are there supporting you. I mean, when I played Phil in the quarterfinals last year, I mean, I'm playing Phil Taylor, and the crowd was on my side, and that's quite surreal, really. So if that don't put pressure on you, then nothing will, really.
What was it like playing Phil? Because I'm guessing you never thought you'd have gotten that opportunity to play Phil on an iconic stage.
No, definitely not. When I was on the tour, the same time as Phil, I never got drawn against him, which was probably a nice thing, because you don't get beaten up. But it's so nice to know I had the chance I was going to play him up there. And look, we all know Phil isn't the Phil that he was 5-10 years ago, but it's still Phil Taylor, and to play him up on that Circus Tavern stage and win, there's not a lot of people that have done that up there against him, so I'm going to take it wherever way it comes.
When you put the darts away, finally, is that going to be one of the proudest moments that ever, beating Phil? I know you didn't win the tournament, but to beat Phil, is that one of the life boxes ticked off?
Yeah, the argument goes on who's the best player there's ever been, but in my eyes, it's Phil, and he is the master, and if you can beat him at any point, yeah, you've got to take that as a major achievement. You don't miss many tournaments, but you are missing one coming up. You're going to give Robert Thornton the opportunity to go back in front of you, or has that changed from the entry form? That's slightly changed, because I wasn't going to come at all the weekend, but something's happened now, and I'm going to actually be there on Friday and Saturday. So depending on what way they do the tournaments, if there's just one qualifier on a Sunday, I won't miss any at all. So, but Robert's not far behind. I don't know what it is, £700 or £800 behind. So he's only got to win one, and I get knocked out, and he could be back at number one. So I really want to be there and try and keep that place.
The fact that you are number one, has that changed your thought process? Where if you weren't number one, would you have gone just for 2 days instead of 3?
Yeah, I definitely would have still gone. Yeah, I just love playing darts on the seniors, and 1, 2, 3 or 10, it wouldn't have mattered at all. I'd have still tried to go there if I could.
Now that you are one, is the aim and ambition to stay there, or we listen to so many players say, well, once you've done it once, they don't care. What camp are you in?
Yeah, I believe that. Look, it would be really nice to stay at number one, but it's going to be very hard. And my aim really is to try and win some more of the majors on the TV. And if I win them, then there's a good chance I will stay at number one. But the prize money for the Worlds next year, you could get someone come in, win that, and they go straight to number one, depending on how everyone else has done. So it's not an easy thing to stay there. So, but yeah, I'm there now, and if I do lose it, hey ho.
The changes that have been made to the Worlds, for someone that's come through from the bottom, are you pleased that these changes have been made to reflect the tour?
Yeah, of course, yeah. It's sort of, how can I say, it rewards the guys that are playing on the tour all the time. And I think there's only 4 invites this year, which I think is great for the tour, to be honest with you. A lot of the guys now have got their own little bit of reputation and their own supporters. So I think we really needed Phil, Martin, all the guys, Trina, everybody. We needed them to start with, because it wouldn't have got off the ground. But I think it's coming into its own now, and especially now with Steve in it and the Hendo, I think it's going to carry on rolling, hopefully.
The doors that this has opened for you, I look at you at the MODUS Super Series now, and people are saying, is Richie going to have one more go at Q School? Which we won't go into, but we see people asking you these questions. Could you imagine at the age you're at, the doors that are now opening for you in this darting journey?
It's incredible, really, and it's a shame it didn't happen earlier, because you do get older, you've got aches and pains, and I've got a shoulder injury and all these things, and so you can't go on for 20 or 30 years. I mean, if I could get another 4 years out of this playing like this, I'll be more than happy. Look, at the end of the day, Phil, if it ended tomorrow, I've had a great run, and I'm really pleased with what's happened, so we'll just have to see what happens. Just
listening to the way you phrased that, if it had come before, is there still part of you that thinks, what if I'd have given it a go properly sooner? Yeah, maybe. I mean, I didn't start playing darts till I was 42, so within probably 2 or 3 years, I went to Q School, didn't really understand what it was all about, and got my tour card, and I didn't really do myself justice on it. I think it was a bit too quick, and I didn't really understand what was going on. So, yeah, it's a bit of a shame that I didn't get a tour card maybe 6, 7, 8 years after I started playing darts, and then I might have appreciated it and worked a bit harder at it and that, but I'm too old for all that now. The standard, the guys on the tour, and it's just phenomenal now, and I could play my best darts I've ever played and still get beat 6-0 every week. Masters and the match play on the horizon. For once, they're saying Richie Howson is one of the favourites for these tournaments. Does that change the way you look at them going in? Because you've always been the unseeded player. Yeah. Now you're going there as the seed, the hunted instead of the hunter. Yeah, it doesn't really affect the way I feel about it myself, but you don't know how it affects other people. If you're a bit of a favourite and you've done well, it might help you against them. It's hard to say. It doesn't affect me personally, but hopefully it might scare some of the others a little bit more. We've seen other careers, once players have won 1, 2, 3 and 4 follow. Do you feel it could be the same for the Owl? Hopefully. I'll be trying hard, yeah, definitely. What would it mean if you could go in to the World Championships with a couple under your belt? It'd be great, because hopefully then I'd still be number one, and wherever I am, whatever I've done, I'll be giving it 100% or 200% at the tavern, because that is one I do really want to win. I'd like to win that. What means more to you at the top of the walk-on, being announced as a TV winner or world number one? That's an hard question, really.
Probably TV winner, because it's nice to cross the line and have that adulation. And when I look back at all the tape coming down over you and holding the trophy up, that's a great feeling. World number one's a great feeling, but you haven't got the actual moment, I think. So, yeah, TV winner's good.
The way you talk about that, the moment that it happened, is it still something that you think about daily then?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I look at the trophy that I've got indoors, and yeah, I can't forget it. That was a massive thing that I've done for myself, really. And yeah, I don't want to forget that. I'll be still seeing that ticker tape down when I'm going towards my coffee, I reckon. You
say you don't want to forget it, but the taste of victory as well. I'm guessing you don't want that to go either.
Yeah, no, of course not. I mean, any sportsman will tell you that the feeling of winning is just unbelievable, and the feeling of losing is the worst feeling you can get. And I think if you feel that bad when you lose, that's what makes you a winner. That's what makes you want to win, and there's nothing better than winning.
Before we let you go, the TV tournaments are a little way yet. It's now all about fending off the sharks at these floor events. Then that you walk in now with that different mantle at these floor events, because you're not just the guy that's come through, you're now the guy at the top of the tree. So is it all like fending them off? Yeah, definitely. I mean, as I say, it's so hard to win those floor tournaments. Some of the players are just hitting unbelievable averages at their ages and that, and you've just got to just keep your head and just play your game at the time. And you're not going to win them all because there's too many good players. So you've just got to try and do as well as you can and as many of them as you can. Richie, absolute pleasure. The journey's been incredible to watch. Congratulations. Thank you very much.